So Belva is a baby that was born in campus. So in our fourth year, a group of friends, we envisioned that we might struggle to get jobs after university. So we set out to create something that we could build on after university. And we sat around and asked ourselves, what name do we give? And we ended up with Belva, primarily because it's random. It's a conversation starter, as it is now. And fortunately, we left university and all of us got jobs in the first 2 or 3 months. So when I set out from that group to go into business, I asked if I could use the name, and I was granted permission by my friends to do that. So essentially, it's a dream we had. It's a plan we had from the campus days. What we do now is we are a marketing technology company. A bit longer is marketing digital experiences and technology company, helping brands and organizations to find value, to scale, to accelerate growth in a very disruptive space we are in, or a digital space we are in. So we work closely with brands to essentially do that, to find solutions in the marketing tech space that address the consumer needs and meet the expectations of the consumers. It means the attention economy, right? It means where the consumers are. If you look at where you spend most of your time and the device that you're on, and when you open your device, what you're doing is you're interacting with, different applications to meet a specific need. You want an Uber, you want a Bolt, you want to order food, you want to learn e-learning, so we basically working with brands to meet the consumer needs through marketing, which is really being able to communicate your brand, and then technology being what really is the medium that these consumers are interacting with your brand.
Okay, so I'm a little bit lost. So when you say technology, is it like Facebook, your Twitter, the online things, or are you building specific tech to aid your customers in growth and all that?
So a bit of both. So marketing, just again to probably be a bit more simplistic, marketing is how we communicate to our customers, because we're in the B2B space. So if you offer a service, you want to talk to customers where your customers are. So we work with brands to craft first the strategy. Strategy is an answer to the challenges the business has, or the data. Strategies based on the data we have. And then, we guide you through your communications plan, whether it's on digital, email, a bit of traditional, but primarily most of our work is in the digital space, right? So your Facebooks, your Twitter, those are now the tacticals, right? So running your Facebooks, running your Twitters, running webinars, running your campaigns on YouTube, driving traffic to your website, ensuring that you're getting value for your investment in marketing. But then on the other side, we have a tech side, right? So the technology arm helps organizations to craft new solutions or improve existing solutions, right? So you could be, experiencing a challenge with, say, fulfillment. You're in the e-commerce space. People are coming to your website, but the transaction rate is low. So we can then sit with you and then identify the problem is, the website experience. So we need to optimize how people, move around, how people, go through the journey of purchase. And that has a technology element to it. That means we'll have to develop and write code, or rather do the user experience and then write the code and so on. But also we do partner with other players that are in the market that have been there longer, and we bring that technology to our clients. So we work closely with likes of Google, Facebooks, or Meta, if you like, to bring that technology now to our clients, or we can then develop it. So one of our clients is in the room, Maidawa. And the story of Maidawa is interesting because it's one of the clients we actually worked when they were building the product. We started working with Maidawa around 2016. And at that point, we came in to help create the user experience. What will people do when they go to this website? The layout of the product, what are they going, what menu options are there, how many steps would they need to go through. So we're working, there's a tech side, so we were supporting the tech side with user design and layout of the website and of the mobile application as well, right? And the need then was the data was showing that obviously the middle class and the digital or the digital first or the digital natives demand convenience. We want to order our food, we want to order our taxis. So this, from a healthcare perspective, we also want to bring in our pharmacies closer, and Meda was coming to bridge that gap. So with that data, the client engaged us then to help create the product. In the case of Meda, the product is a tech, right? And then we launched that in 2017. And then launching, we went now into the marketing side, which is how do we get customers to the website? Where are these customers? We knew our customer is going to be mothers, especially working young mothers, because they want to, you're at work, you're called by the nanny, diapers are not there, baby has a rash, you can call, you can go on Meda and order these things, they'll be delivered to the house. And the business has evolved over the years. Initially, Meda could not deliver to your house because of the poisons board. Because medicine, often someone needs to withdraw the prescription so that you don't use it to order with other pharmacies. So because being a fast innovator means that you really have to work closely with the regulators, because the thing with disruption is you still have regulators who are your captains of the industry, and they watch, right? They want to make sure that there's no harm to the end user as much as you want to move fast. And obviously the convenience is bring the medicine to my house, as opposed to, but then there's always the chances of abuse. But now I believe if you go to Meda, you put your prescription, you can even pay the insurance, and they'll be delivered to your house as well. Yeah. I think the formula is, the first thing we always to do is data, be guided by data. Let's look at the reality of, for example, if Meda existed 20 years ago, it probably would have failed. You're hardly likely to go wrong if you're led by data.
Are there instances whereby you have caused disruption in this market or any other market that you're in?
I believe so. We started off, I would not necessarily say we were first digital agency, but we were the first agency to talk about performance marketing. And performance marketing was essentially that marketing is not a cost center, marketing is a revenue driver. Because if you go back 10, 15 years ago, there were no marketers close enough to the board. Marketing was one of those function that existed somewhere. We got into business when there were about 3-5 million Kenyans online. Today, we're about 20-30 million, 20-25, depends on who you listen to. But at the base, it's about 20 million Kenyans who are online. Brands are spending about 1% of their budgets on digital marketing. This is in 2013. Today, we're seeing an average of 30%. And we're seeing even startups and smaller brands spend 100% of their budgets on digital. In the next 10 years, we expect that 70% of our budgets will be on digital, right? And 30% will remain on traditional. So I would say we came off from, and the need then was, we can start preaching the message that marketing can actually be measurable, marketing can actually return value back to the business, and we are the performance marketing agency. And as you asked earlier when I was introducing myself, I said, we are a marketing technology company. So we started off as a performance marketing, but along now, turning around 2020, with the disruptions of COVID, we started investing heavily in technology. Because again, over time, your other people come in and start preaching the same message. So you get more players in the market, your margins are thinning, so eventually you also have to evolve. So now we evolved into a marketing technology company, and we believe technology is going to be a key driver for our growth in the next decade. R&D is really, for organizations, is the only way we can future-proof ourselves, right? So the risk is not that those innovations will fail. The certainty is, if you don't have an R&D budget, is you will fail. One of the things we've always known is our economies are heavily SMB driven, right? Like 60% of our GDP is SMB, small and medium-sized businesses. So one of the things we've done is create a subsidiary that is geared towards the SMBs, right? And that subsidiary is what you're seeing around here as startup. So a startup is essentially connecting SMBs with gig workers, right? So on one hand, we know there's an employment problem. We have a lot of youth coming out of university, colleges, they're brilliant, but opportunities are scarce. We know this other hand, we have a lot of freelancers who have time and skill set, but need opportunities. So we are using our 10-year experience to bring them together. But not just bring them together, but babysit that process. Make sure that you as a SMB, you actually get your logo, right? And you get the logo the way you want. The process actually goes to the end. Because the other challenge with freelancers is they can disappear on you, and you paid 50% of deposit. And so we want to make sure that they do not disappear on you, that the clarity of scope is quite clear, and that both parties, the freelancer, the gig worker, and the SMB are getting value. So that's what startup is about. It's about helping SMBs, MSMEs, and startups to scale, and also just giving that flexibility of plug and play. There's no need for 3-year contract with an agency like ourselves. You can just come and get your needs addressed, and come and go as you need, as you require.
My first question is, how can entrepreneurs identify opportunities for disruption in their various industries? And secondly, are there any ethical considerations in disruptive technologies?
Look at what is happening in the industry, and was because the beauty of internet and digital is data has become really much available. And then look inward and see whether there's ability to address that. And even the local market, we have to be contextual. You can't take obviously an American solution and drop it here. The questions about ethical, absolutely. I think we've seen eventually ethics win. And that's why things like GDPR come and Data Protection Act come, because with innovation, that means a lot of disruptions. You'll break things, and in that process, it can create harm in the community. But I think essentially is the innovation addressing a human need, and is obviously legal. I think those are things that there should be guiding framework for what you're trying to achieve. Yeah.
In the world of tech, AI, how important are people, your staff, where it comes to innovation, and disruption? Like, what role are they really playing? Has automation supported and taken that away?
People remain important. I don't think we will ever replace the humans. AI is built by humans, so I think essentially AI and technology essentially is meant to help us to be better at what we do. So I feel like AI is another value add to that chain of human beings always finding solutions for problems. AI for us is helping us to be more agile, to deliver faster, to be more cost effective. If I'm a copywriter, it means I can do more copy now. So I think, essentially to answer the question, AI, people remain really, really important, at least in our business. And we are looking at AI as a support to ensure that we become more efficient and effective.